Trusting in the Lord doesn't just mean to have a confidence and reliance upon him, but it means to take refuge in him. So the writer's essentially saying, when he says rely and depend on the Lord, he's saying take refuge in him and be fully confident in his ability to be shelter, protection, safety, and someone to resort to in times of trouble and when you're in need of protection. And when scripture says trust in the Lord with all your heart, the Hebrew word for heart means inner man, mind, will, and understanding. In other words, the Lord is calling for us to trust him in every part of us. Not partial trust, not Sunday morning trust, but total and complete trust. All of our mind, meaning all of our reasoning, our logic, and our thoughts. All of our will, our decisions, our direction, the course of our life. All of our understanding, what we think we know and understand, even when our understanding is limited. And all of your inner man, the deepest part of who we are. That covers every base. He wants our complete and total trust and reliance on him. And this can be scary when you are used to relying on your own strength and ability. And that is tough when you're used to making all the decisions. And it's uncomfortable when you don't have a clue of how it will turn out. Beloved, the Lord isn't punishing us, but he wants to invite us to put every part of our life into his care. Whether you understand it or not, faith and trust in God are deeply connected. It's two sides of the same posture God desires from us, his people. But that word faith in the passage is a Greek word that I believe not only speaks to the sentiment of our conversation today, but in my estimation, it gives the sum total of what living by faith really means. The word in the Greek language for the word faith here is a word that means that leaning of the entire human personality on God in absolute trust and confidence. We've stepped out of faith just being a belief. It's the full weight of your identity, your reasoning, your emotions, your hopes, your fears, all of that is resting on him. And all of the weight of that is being applied upon him. And you're confident that he's able to sustain the weight. And when you and I lean on our own understanding, we're essentially saying, I have faith in me and what I know and what I can figure out and in what I can control. And telling God, I don't have faith in you. Now that's a quiet confession behind self-reliance that we really don't like to admit we speak to ourselves. But beloved, if we be honest, maybe that's why it feels like life keeps collapsing under the pressure. Because you and I keep leaning on us and we keep depending on our own strength and our own logic and our own limited understanding. It's not enough to hold us up. Maybe it's time for all of us to start leaning fully on God.